Hey Cloud Gamers, God's Will 4 is now released and is also available on Google Stadia for the bargain price of £20 or $20, so we thought we'd dive in and have a look on the Chromecast Ultra here at 4K. You can see there's not many settings as our heroes all start banding together. It seems that we have a squad of 8 heroes going to take on the gods. As we move around, they all kind of move in unison, which is quite cool. You can see here from the Stadia menu that we are running in the full 4K mode. HDR is not supported by this game, but we do still have that 5.1 surround sound. As we start moving around, everybody starts moving in unison. It's quite interesting. Quite a big map here. But the movement is fluid. We are getting 4K 60 as we march them up and down. And the graphics here are looking very good for this cartoon style. It does seem to be a hack and slash style game and is quite a good dungeon crawler. I can imagine this will play quite well on the mobile as well as on Chromecast and PC. As we get to the cave then, we pick a hero and we send them into the dungeon to take on the challenge. It is quite an interesting concept here that we send a single person into the dungeon, and if they fail, you can essentially send another person in to go and retrieve them as long as they complete the dungeon. So you'll see here what happens as I did fail the first time round, trying to figure out how to get up here and also working out the mechanics for throwing a weapon. The controls take a bit of getting used to. We've got some good dodge mechanics, but the camera angle and controller movements are still a little bit alien to me. Not very often I play some of the hack and slash genre. But nevertheless, it was quite interesting and quite good fun. Some of the quirks to the characters, they all have their own playstyles. We see that this is quite a heavy sword person. I was trying to sort the parry out. I kept mistiming it. Parry has a very thin line for triggering here, so it does take a bit of practice. So you can see that that hero failed. And I've now picked a second one, which is a slightly faster character. I managed to pick up a shield as well, so as you see, got a bit more used to the game. And being able to throw stuff definitely makes things a lot easier. And it's definitely something you need to do going forwards. So once you complete a dungeon, if you did have any other fallen heroes with you, they will come out of the dungeon with you. You get these nice little animations of whether you succeed or fail. And obviously each hero has their own kind of celebration, which adds to the dynamics of your group. So as we move up and round to the next kind of dungeon area, I have skipped some of the dialogue here so it doesn't ruin the story for you, and you can just see some of that graphics and the mechanics as we move around. I do like how the group moves around as one, and they kind of change direction depending on which person is running at the head of the group. And they don't always stay in a perfect formation, which I think is a nice touch. Once again, as we choose a new hero, you can see the different playstyles as I picked Leslie here. Which is a bit more of a heavy attack type, and also a bit slower running for the bigger build. This game is definitely worth picking up if you like the hack and slash genre, and is a bargain really at that $20 mark. It does take a bit of getting used to on the mechanic side, but I can see it being a long-term game. A great little dungeon crawler with lots of funny little mechanics. You can see that heavy axe wielding Leslie here was a little bit easier to play with. But you do have to worry about dodging a little bit more, especially when you come up to some of the bigger enemies later in the game. I'm going to leave you with some of the gameplay here of Leslie going through this dungeon. Let me know in the comments below what you think of God's Will 4. It's good to see at least the 4K 60 port coming to Stadia, and it not being a lesser version like we've seen with some of the other animated games, and it does look absolutely stunning. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest across all cloud gaming platforms, and we will see you next time.
Toro regel. Ciao. Mej binda ora nefon Santonion.
Deniz. Sotios. Deniz. Sotios. Wilmore.